Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. Just wanted to get on here because tomorrow's the NBA trade deadline, and a few things I feel like is going to happen this year. And the deadline, I just wanted to talk about it. The main teams I want to go over is, the Pacers, because that's my squad. The Warriors, because, they're not looking too pretty right now. See where they at right now. Yeah, they're 12th right now in the West, and the West is a dogfight. So if they want any chance to make the playoffs, they're gonna have to make a move. Got the Lakers, which isn't too far up. The Nets, because I just feel like they got a lot of assets that they don't have no direction right now, and I just see them making a trade. And yeah. So anyways, I'm kind of freestyling this right now. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen yet, but I'm just going to make some, bold predictions, I guess. Well, my first bold prediction when it comes to the Pacers is Buddy Hield. I believe he's going to get traded this year. He's still a great three-point shooter, but lately this year his three-point shooting has been falling off. So I can see them trading him this offseason or this trade season. You see his productions kind of went down a little bit. This is the lowest that he's averaged since he's been in the league. Oh, well, not since he's been in the league, but his rookie year he averaged a little bit less, but he's fallen off, obviously. Shooting 38% from three. You know what I mean? You see he's a consistent, 40, range, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just have a feeling they're going to trade him. Also, the Pacers have a stacked front court. They have Obi Toppin here. They have Jarris Walker. Siakam, obviously, we just got him a few weeks back. Isaiah Jackson, Miles Turner, and Jalen Smith. So, I just feel like they're either going to trade Obi Toppin just because he's on a one-year deal right now, or Jalen Smith. They could possibly trade Jarris Walker, but they already made it known that they don't want to get rid of him. So, but I can see us getting rid of Buddy Hield, maybe pairing him and Obi Toppin to get another wing, or pairing him and Isaiah Jackson or Jalen Smith, because he's also has a year contract. So he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. And to be honest, I really like Jalen Smith, but if he's going to walk, I'd rather we trade him. But, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting trade deadline. So, see what we could get. Let's see, trade finder. Just to, put some ideas out there. Let's see what they offering. The 76ers, I can see them go after Buddy Hield. If they were to trade for Buddy Hield, they would try to give us picks plus an expiring deal, which isn't a bad situation. I don't really know too much about this guy, but yeah. I can see the 76ers offering a trade like that, though. Luke Kennard would be great, but he's an expiring deal, and Buddy's an expiring deal. I don't see, and the Grizzlies are not going to make the playoffs, so I don't see that happening. Who could use Buddy Hield? The Knicks could go after Buddy Hield, which on this trade they have us giving them a second round, but I feel like if there was a trade with Evan Fournier and Buddy Hield. The Knicks would obviously be given either, a first round or 2 second rounds or something like that. Rui. We already have a lot of front court depth, so let me see what else they got though. And they're over the hard cap, I believe, so this would trade that they offer would make, they'll just be because of the money match, but I can see them throwing Rui Hachimura in a trade, but he plays the power forward position, and we would look for like a small forward. So maybe if a trade was to happen for Buddy Hield to go to the Lakers, I could see there being a third team involved to, perhaps give us a small forward, and they'll take Rui, which maybe something like this. Which I could see something like this possibly happening. I really think the Nets are going to make at least one trade this year. I feel like right now when it comes to direction, like the Nets is a team that has like no direction at all. They're too good to be bad, and they're too bad to be good. They really like a star, which I believe they thought Mikal Bridges was going to be that star for them, but I feel like he's a secondary star. So I've been hearing a lot of talks about them not being willing to give up Markel, but personally, I can only see one team getting him, and that would probably be the Rockets, just because they have, the Rockets have the Nets first round picks. So, but I don't know. I can see something like this happening. You know what I mean? Rui's a good scoring big man. I believe he has a decent 3-point shot. Yeah, he has a decent 3-point shot, which they would need spacing around Claxton. So, and he's locked in, for 3 years. And Finney Smith is, 30 years old, and Rui's 25. So I can see something like this happening, which if this was to happen just straight up, I would be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like this deal right here. You know what I'm saying? I would be okay with it. But, I can also see maybe some picks being swapped around in there. But like I said, the Nets don't have a lot of picks right now, and I've heard talks about them wanting 2 first rounds for Dorian Finney-Smith, but I highly doubt anyone is going to give them two first rounds for that. So, yeah, I feel like this is the best. And like I said, this is off the fly. So, yeah, I can see this trade happening at the deadline. You know what I mean? Looked like a pretty decent trade to me. Let's see who else, though. Like, one thing me being a Pacer fan, like, obviously I'm attached to the players that we have here. So I really don't want to see anyone go, but it's obvious that we're trying to go for it this year. You know what I mean? We just traded to get Siakam. Halliburton's an all-star, and we have a nice team, so, like, why not go for it? You know what I mean? We gave up 3 first rounds just to get Siakam, so if we're not going to go for it, what's the point? And honestly, I feel like this year is, like, the perfect year because, Joel Embiid has been hurt. You know what I'm saying? He just had meniscus surgery, I believe. So there's not even a guarantee that he'll be back by the playoffs. The Bucks have been in turmoil. And we've owned the Bucks. So, like, obviously there's still a factor in a 7-game series. But I think it's pretty safe to say the Pacers are trying to go for it this year. Let's see if we can pair Buddy Hield and Obi Toppin together to get something. Anthony Melton. How tall is Anthony Melton? So, no. See, I feel like if we're going to make a trade, I feel like someone that's 6'7", maybe 6'8", or you can even have somebody that's 6'6", that'll work, but we need a wing. We need like a small forward that's like a 3-and-D guy. So I wish. Jalen Johnson has been hooping this year, but the Hawks is not giving him up for nobody. So, how's Bridges? That's a tough one. Like, I know he's recently gone through, some domestic stuff or whatever like that. To be honest, I don't know if the Pacers organization would be willing to, go for a guy like Miles Bridges, but at the same time, he has the talent. He's an NBA player for sure. So maybe we go for him, but I don't see it happening. But I don't think it's a bad idea. You know what I mean? Who else we could go for? Josh Green wouldn't be bad. Buddy Hield actually has a house in Dallas too, so I mean, then that would also give them a shooting big. Seeing something like this isn't crazy. Let's see something about this. Instead of Tim Hardaway, I'm sure this is here just to make the money work, but I feel like it would be no point to get Buddy Hield and have Tim Hardaway. So, that's tough. What's it got? What's defense they have to give up? I don't think they want to do that. Well, this trade isn't a bad trade though. Tim Hardaway Jr. I really don't like that he has a 2-year contract just because I believe he's worth the money, but the way our team is set up, you know what I mean? I don't think we need anyone that's, at least his money's descending, so that's good at least. So maybe, we get him for the playoffs and possibly re-sign him or he's already played for Rick Carlisle, so that's a plus. This isn't a bad trade. You know what I'm saying? I can see the Pacers doing something like this. But, yeah, this isn't a bad one. Anyways, enough for the Pacers. I'm obviously a Pacer head, so I can talk about the Pacers all day long, but I'm sure you guys want to see what maybe the Warriors would do, because the Warriors need to do something. Personally, I can possibly see them trading Klay Thompson, but at the same time, I don't think that's their best route right now. Obviously, they want to, put a statue up with Klay, Steph, and Draymond. So, if they're going to trade anybody, it's going to be Wiggins. Which I seen that the Pacers are interested in Wiggins if it's the right situation. So that's something to think about. But who else would want Wiggins, though? That's the real question. This isn't a horrible trade. Wiggins got drafted to the Cavaliers, him going back to the Cavs. That'd be an interesting storyline. PJ Tucker. Wicks? No, they got too many wings already. No. No. John Collins. I don't see the Warriors being interested in John Collins. Okay, something I just thought of. I'm not saying this is going to happen because I don't know. I kind of feel like it's unlikely to happen anyway, but something to think about, All right, if they structured a deal to swap Harrison Barnes for Andrew Wiggins, I think that's interesting just because Harrison Barnes was on their team when they first won their first championship. So bringing Harrison Barnes back would be kind of crazy. That storyline would be crazy too. And he's cheaper, so that's a plus. They would have to obviously take more money to make this deal happen. Malik Monk, that's another shooter. He's been hooping for them though. Trey Lyles. Let's see what they stacked in the position was. Because if the Warriors are going to take on anyone's contract, they want big men because like they kind of lack big men and they want shooting also. So, I could see them getting JaVale McGee. What's the players? Corey Joseph. Boom. And Corey Joseph actually used to play for the Kings too, so you know, off the fly. Come on, y'all. That's off the fly, man. No rehearsal. You feel me? Yeah, I can see something like this possibly happening. I feel like Andrew Wiggins is probably the better asset, even though he's a descending asset right now. He's still younger. You know what I'm saying? You got a 28-year-old and a 31-year-old. He's slightly younger. Like I said, you bring Harrison Barnes back, but the thing is, like, the only drawback of this is the fact that Harrison Barnes is a lot cheaper than Wiggins, and the Kings already have what's Murray? What's his name? Yeah, Keegan Murray. They already got Keegan Murray, so with this trade, I guess he would be playing the small forward, and he'd be the power forward. I guess it'll still work. But yeah, I can see something like this happening, y'all. You know what I mean? Comment and let me know if you think any of these trades is doable. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the deadline is coming up, and they need to do something. And I feel like this trade is just an attempt to do something. You know what I mean? You got Harrison Barnes making $17 million for 3 years, so at least they'll have him locked in on a contract. You know what I mean? The whole purpose of doing this is to get Klay a contract. He needs a contract. You know what I mean? I'm sure they don't want Klay to leave. You know what I mean? I don't care what everyone on YouTube's saying. The Warriors organization do not want Klay to leave. You know what I mean? They started with these three. This whole dynasty started because of these three, and I'm sure they want all three to retire as Warriors. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hearing talks about possibly trading Chris Paul. I don't see them doing that either, mainly because no one wants his contract. I mean, like, you know, that's 2 years of $30 million. Like, personally, I feel like that was a mistake for the Warriors to even trade to get his contract, personally. But yeah, this is minor, by the way. This trade is so minor, but at the same time, it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, Wiggins is a big part of the organization. This is really just to spice things up. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's one trade idea. See what else you can do. No. All right, I'm gonna try something real quick. The only reason I'm doing this is because, like I said before, the Pacers already had interest in Wiggins, so we're gonna do this trade right here. Oh no. Right now, Prince. Limited amount of, okay, the Pacers would acquire. Wow, that little. He is making 24 and Buddy's making 19. Okay, so 1 million. Oscar Sheway. See, the thing is about this, though. Like, Wiggins obviously is a good player. Buddy's a good player. Me as a Pacer fan, I kind of would be cool with the swap between Andrew Wiggins to get Buddy Hield. I would be cool with that. But to give something else up, now we're talking like something different. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to do this just to get things going. Yeah, I know it has to be on a full contract. And we've done this with freaking James Johnson so many times. Like, he just came back to the team. Like we keep putting this man in trades. Man. See, the thing is about they're getting Rui. They're saving money. At the end of the day, they're saving money. Fuck it, man. Like, yeah, like the Warriors should have to give up some picks, man. Like, they don't have any picks, so that's the thing. Well, I guess this second round will do. Okay, this whole video is to predict what's going to happen tomorrow. I can see something like this. I don't know the actual structure. Maybe they do this again, which, like, if I was James Johnson, I'm like, why y'all keep doing this to me? like, y'all already put me in a trade. They cut me. Then you sign me back. You going to do it again? Probably. You know what I'm saying? But just to get it done, I can see something like this happening. You know what I mean? Honestly, the Warriors would be winning in this trade. Let's be real. Like, they'll be winning. But the Lakers, they get 3-point shooting. They've been wanting Buddy Hield anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I can see this actually happening. So that's why I'm, like, bringing it up. Like, this could actually happen right here. You know what I'm saying? 3-man trade, Lakers, Warriors, Pacers. Wiggins go to the Indiana Pacers. Rui goes to the Warriors. And Prince would go to the Warriors. And Buddy Hield would go to the Lakers. I can see this actually happening. Like I said, draft compensation would have to be probably included in this trade. But I can actually see this happening tomorrow. So, that's that. You know what I mean? Let me get one more going for Wiggins real quick. Let's see. Because the thing is, like I said, like, Wiggins, like, if you're getting Allstar Wiggins, you know what I'm saying, then that's a different story. Like, there's a lot you can get for Wiggins in that situation. But, you know what I mean, he's not that guy no more, and he's declining, you know what I mean? So, like, you don't know if this is permanent or not, you know what I mean? Oh, it's funny, because this is the trade they had to for it. Oh, no. Mavericks. I've been hearing talks about the Mavericks. Mavericks. To get Wiggins. To be honest, I ain't trying to be no hater, but I'd rather the Pacers get Wiggins than the Mavericks. Like, the Mavericks, I ain't gonna lie, I think that he would be good on their team. I'm be real. But yeah, I really, if this trade was to happen, I would be like, dang it, like, the Pacers could have did more to get him. But I can see them throwing Grant Williams in here just because, like, Like, the Warriors are not just giving up Wiggins just to give him up. Like, they want value for him. You know what I'm saying? So you get. I feel like it's an upgrade. Wiggins have been on decline, but at the same time, this is still an upgrade for the Mavericks. I can see something like this possibly happening. Taking a second run out just because I'm just doing players right now. Like, obviously, picks might be involved in certain trades, but for the most part, I'm trying to do player for player, you know? But, yeah, I can see something like this happening. Let's see. Cleaver. I don't know how often they use Maxi Cleaver, so, let's see. What's y'all position looking like? I don't think they play him. Paint bees. So maybe they give me this. Maybe some picks will be involved also. You know what I mean? I can see something like this happening. Like I said, or the first one that I just had up. Ooh. Jones. Which money wouldn't match. Yeah, so one of these right here. But yeah, those are the trades for the most part I can see happening. I got one more team actually. I just thought of one more team, and that would be the Rockets. Just because I feel like they lack a small forward really. They got Dylan Brooks, but I feel like they can move him over to the shooting guard position, and, you know, that would be fine. Who do they have to give up, though? They need money, so they just got Steve Adams. Because I feel like the Rockets are going to try to go for it all this year. You know what I mean? So they're going to try to improve their team, and how they do it is up for debate. Throw this guy in here. Who else? Josh Green. One more contract. Reggie Bullock. 28 years old. 1 year, 4 years. 4 years, 1 year. I feel like the Warriors are in a situation where they want to save money. They want to save money by getting rid of Wiggins, but also compete this year. So to do that, you know what I mean, you got to figure out some stuff. So team option, maybe that'll happen. And we got to throw a couple contracts in here. Oh, Corey Joseph, which they already have. How many point guards they got? Przemski could play point guard though. He played point guard in college. Chris Paul, when he gets back from injury, he's gonna be the backup point guard. So you got guards that can handle the ball. Plus Draymond handles the ball. So yeah, Corey Joseph. Oh, boom. But see, okay, situation like this, for this trade to happen, picks would have to be added. Like, the Warriors wouldn't do this trade unless picks are added. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, like, does this help you compete? Does this trade help you compete this season? Like, they're trying to make the playoffs. They're trying to make a push. Does this help you compete? I don't know. Jeff Green still got some in the tank. You know what I mean? You got veterans that have experience, so that's something. But at the same time, on paper, this doesn't look like a great trade and the Warriors benefit, you know? Now, Rockets have picks, mainly because of the Nets. All right, and the Thunder. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they got picks. Mainly a lot of second rounds, so, but, you know, maybe they, you know, to make this trade happen, they'll throw in a few second round picks or something. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not about to get into the picks like that, but possibly. I can see this possibly happening. But this whole video is about Wiggins getting traded. I believe they're going to move him. They can keep him and keep going through the season, but like I said, they're 11th in the conference. The West is a tough beast right now. Like, they got to make a move. You know what I'm saying? If they are to just do nothing this offseason, like this trade season, I think that would be a mistake. And that could have some repercussions that, you know what I mean, Clay is going to be a free agent next year. That could cause Clay to leave, especially if you're not playing the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, yeah. Like I said, there is some value in these players, though. Like, you give you some role players. Jeff Green, you know, like I said, they need a little shooting, you know, because I feel like that's what they're lacking defense and shooting, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know too much about this Jock Landau. I don't know nothing about him, actually. Like, I don't know this dude at all. So, let's see what his stats are, because I don't know this man. Do not know him. Okay. He's been in the league for 3 years. He's definitely a role player. Good thing about this guy, though, is that you know he's not going to complain about minutes. So, that's a plus. At least it looks like he shoots and not an effective three at all. But at least he's willing to shoot it. So, that's interesting. This guy is really just on the bench, really. But they signed him to an 8-year deal. Like, they gave him $8 million. So he must do something. Like, I don't really watch this. Dang. They gave him 4 years of it. Maybe this guy could turn out to be somebody. I don't know. Like, give him height. That's a plus. Warriors need some height. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyways, that's all I'm going to do for the Warriors right now. So I gave you like at least 3 trades, I believe. So bottom line, I predict Wiggins is going to get traded. So anyway, let's go to Lakers. Lakers, they've been talking a lot about Dejounte Murray, so we're going to try to create a trade for Dejounte. Let's see, Hawks. Dejounte, let's see, to get the money to match, you don't have to put it in here. They already have the money matching it. It's crazy. I didn't think that was going to happen. What do you got? If you get rid of Dejounte, you probably need a backup point guard. He's a sore right knee. Well, if he's able to be put in this trade, I can see them giving up Gabe Vincent and Rui. You know. But I don't know if that's enough. You know what I mean? The Lakers don't have a lot of draft picks right now, so I don't know. The Hawks already said they don't want D'Angelo Russell, but I'm going to put him in a trade. Let's do a 3-man trade to put Bulls. Would they want D'Angelo? How long is your contract? Put Lonzo Ball and D'Angelo back on the same team. He has a player option, so it's going to be a team that is going to try to re-sign him. I don't think the Bulls want him, because to be honest, the Bulls situation is kind of unique. They got a little star power, but their team is so messed up that if they make trades, which I can see them making trades, they should make a trade this offseason. But they got to get people that they can build around. They can stay a while. I mean, I don't think getting expiring contracts is a smart idea for this team. But let's see. D'Angelo Russell. Where should he go? D'Angelo Russell. No. Jazz, no. Nope. Knicks. Nah. No. Nets, like I said, they're going to be a big mover this year. Who would they give up for D'Angelo, though? Dorian Finney-Smith? All right, like check this out, guys. The problem with this team, well, they got a lot of problems. It ain't just one. But they got a lot of wings. You know what I'm saying? They got Ben Simmons labeled as a point guard, but he's 6'10". Yeah, he's a wing player, you know, but he don't even play, so he's irrelevant at this point. Mikal Bridges, you got him. You got Cameron Johnson, which are two of their best players on their team. You got Dorian Finney-Smith. You got Derek Whitehead. You got Royce O'Neal. I don't know too much about this guy. It says he's a big man, though, power forward center. But, so I can see them trying to do something about that. You know what I mean? They don't have a lot of... And if you guys remember, D'Angelo Russell, that's when he took off when he was on the Nets. So actually, yeah, I think this is a good destination for him. But how much money you make, D'Angelo? I forgot. $17 million. $17 million. Yeah, I feel like Dorian Finney-Smith is perfect. Man, yeah, okay, there we go. Dorian Finney-Smith. Dejounte, 18 million. 15. Ooh. That'd be crazy, though. They would have to give up something else. Ooh. But the problem is the Hawks gotta want this. This is tough. Hawks, what do you need, man? The Hawks, I feel like, have a weird structured team to me. Like, I never liked the Hawks team. Like, you need like a backup point guard. I feel like if you get rid of Dejounte Murray. Patty Mills is good, but he's 35 years old. Oh, they got Kobe Buffkin, okay. I don't know how often they play him, though. Shooting guard, DeAndre Hunter. Coming off injury. I feel like their weakest position is probably, let's see, a power forward. Power forward position, definitely. Power forward position. Really handles that. And shooting guard position. Alright. I'm going to just say this. I don't know if... Okay, I'm about to try something, but I don't know if it's going to happen, to be honest, because personally, I feel like it might be a mistake if the Lakers do this. But if they was to throw in Austin Reeves, I believe a deal could get done. Now, personally, like I said, I believe this would be a mistake because Austin Reeves plays pretty well for them. You know what I mean? Just sign him to a beautiful contract. Like, that's an undervalued contract for Austin Reeves. Like, I'm surprised he's not making like $18 million. You know what I mean? Like, they got him on a good deal. I'm gonna throw him in here though. Because, like I said, to get Dejounte, and they gave up a lot to get Dejounte Murray, so they're not just going to give him up for nothing. Oh, but I was just talking about... Okay. I don't know if the money's going to match, because, I mean, like, they got him listed as hurt right now. But I can see them throwing in Gabe Vincent, $10 million. He's a point guard already. He can play backup to Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? A three-point shooter. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, they don't have anyone else that's like, you know, have wow potential right now. Maybe Jalen Hood, Shalfino, but at the same time, like, they already got Kobe Buffkin, so I don't know if they would want another young guy like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the Hawks is trying to compete too, you know, so. But yeah, I'm telling you, if they throw in Austin Reeves, it's some things that can get done. But if they throw in Austin Reeves, they need something back that's worthwhile because Austin Reeves is a good player. Like, you can't just give up Austin Reeves and not get anything back. Maybe Saddiq Bey? They would have to re-sign him, though. Which, if they play him, I'm sure they'll re-sign him. But it's something, y'all. What do y'all think? D'Angelo Russell for Dorian Finney-Smith. Do you think the Nets will say yes to that? You got 2 years of Dorian Finney-Smith, 30 years old. D'Angelo Russell is 27 years old. Like I said, he has a player option, and he's already proven that he can be a star as a Net. So I can personally see the Nets doing this. They would be cool with this trade. Now, the Hawks and the Lakers, would they be okay with this trade? So you get Dejounte Murray, Saddiq Bey, and Dorian Finney-Smith for Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, and Austin Reeves. Dejounte Murray would obviously be the point guard. Saddiq Bey would be your new shooting guard. Dorian Finney-Smith would probably be your backup small forward. Or they can even start Dorian Finney-Smith as shooting guard and have Saddiq come out the bench. But, that's not a bad it's not a bad situation, to be honest. They get 3-point shooting and they get defense. And that's what they're lacking, right? So the Lakers should be cool with this trade. Now, the Hawks, they get Austin Reeves, young, potential, has a deal that's locked up, a great deal, by the way. 6'5", that plays he can play right next to Trae Young. Pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Rui Hachimura, he's an injury-prone player, but at the same time, one of their weakest position is the power forward position to me. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have anyone that solidified that power forward position. This guy, Jalen Johnson, I feel like he plays more the small forward, at least what I see. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they have a stacked, at the small forward position because of DeAndre Hunter, but, you know what I mean? You never know. If this trade was to happen, they could make another deal. You know what I mean? This could trigger something else for the Hawks and be like, all right, we're going in a new direction. You know what I mean? We're going to try to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, this could trigger something good for them personally. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a big fan of trades, NBA trades, so I love to see, things switched up a little bit. But Austin Reeves playing next to Trae Young is crazy. Like, that would be a good duo. You know what I'm saying? They obviously got Bogdanovic, but at the same time, like, they could either keep him or not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's something to think about. All right, that's enough for that one. Let's see, Nets. Now the Nets, like I said, they have no direction. The Nets have no direction right now. So, I only see one team that's actually gonna, could actually get Mikal Bridges, and that will be, I don't know if I already talked about this, but yeah, that'll be the Rockets. I'm gonna make a quick trade for them. Rockets. I've been hearing talks about Jalen Green being the odd man out. Alright, money. See how much more. $6 million. Close to $7 million. Who makes that money? Josh Green. Just making sure that no one's like losing dramatically from this, no, Klein could be the backup center for that. Okay, I like that. Now, this trade would have to have the Nets getting first round picks. And the Rockets actually have their first round picks. So that's the whole reason why I say the Rockets would be the only team that could get him, is to get their picks back. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, they need their picks back. Let's be honest. Well, actually, my man. What you got, actually? Swap worse with the Nets. Oh, a lot of these are swaps. Swap worse with the Nets. Like, you getting Jalen Green back. Like, you getting Jalen Green back. That's a point guard. So this trade is if they don't get D'Angelo Russell back, you know, for that trade I already previously made. Which they could do both, I guess. They could do both, but at the same time, I'm just thinking a fresh slate. You know, the Nets have their team that they have now. I can see them either getting this trade right here. No, because they would have to get more than that. They would have to get at least one more pick. Like, they're not going to do that trade for just one. Nets, 2026. Okay. I can see this. I can see this right here. And I could also see them, like, if they was to do this trade right here, because Mikal Bridges is on a great contract also. Like, that's underpaid, to be honest. You know what I mean? So, his contract is valuable. They're going to have to give Jalen Green a new contract next year. So, you know, but he would be the star in the Nets now. You know what I'm saying? If this trade was to go down. Jeff Green is an expiring contract, so they don't really care about his contract. It's just really salary filler. Same with Harry, salary filler. So, yeah, it would either be this trade right here or, you know, maybe another, like maybe switching one of those pick swaps they have. So, let's say Nets swap the best with, you know what I mean? So, they gave that pick swap back. So, now the Nets would be taking the best of the picks between the Rockets and the Nets. You know what I mean? Let's say they're still bad and they're like, because the whole purpose of this, they don't want to do a rebuild right now because they don't have their own first picks. So the Nets don't want to rebuild and they need to rebuild, but they don't want to rebuild right now because the Rockets will benefit from that. So this is the whole point of this trade right here, is to get their picks back so they can actually go on a real rebuild. They don't have to worry about, you know, winning because, you know, if they're bad, they get their picks back. So it's cool. If they're bad, they get a good draft pick. But, yeah, this is something I can see for the Nets. Like I said before, they have a lot of wing players. So if that trade don't happen from Mikal's not going to get traded. Now, if he does get if they do another trade, I can see them trading Cameron Johnson for somebody. And it would have to be someone that improves their team. You know what I mean? It wouldn't just be maybe even picks. They could just say, forget it. Like, we're going to take our loss. We're just going to get picks. You know what I'm saying? I can see something like that. And who knows? Like, Mikal Bridges might not be the one. Maybe they'll give up Cameron Johnson and, you know, make that trade with the Rockets. You know what I mean? Just to get some picks. But, I feel like Mikal is the most, you know, the more popular one though. So he'll give you the most value back. So if they were gonna do like a 1-for-1, you know, get your picks back for one of your guys, it'll be Mikal that'll get the most picks back. You know, Cameron might get you a pick first round if you getting Jalen Green. You know what I'm saying? Give you one of your first round back, but Mikal can actually give you like 3 back for you. So. But Cameron Thomas, he's been hooping. You know what I mean? So they got hoopers on this team. A team is just structured weird. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Spencer Dinwiddie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like certain teams he play good on, certain teams he plays trash on. And to be honest, they're kind of limited because they don't have a lot of point guards that can really play for them. Dennis Smith Jr. has been out the league for a couple years, and they just came back. Ben Simmons, he'll play one game and get hurt the next. My back's still hurt. You know what I'm saying? Which it could be real injuries, but to be honest, after his contract's up, because he's the reason why this team is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he played like the All-Star he was, this team would be good. But he's making $37 million, and he's making $40 next year, and he barely plays. So he's limiting their roster to even do anything. So, yeah, they need to do something, though, because the team is bad, and this ain't it. You know what I mean? They need to do something. You know what I mean? But, like I said, I can see them trading Dorian Finney-Smith, get rid of maybe Markel Bridges to the Rockets. I can see them getting rid of Cameron Johnson somewhere. You know what I mean? Even Royce O'Neal, because I've been hearing people interested in Royce O'Neal. So he won't get you a lot back, but at the same time, he might get you a second or two. You know what I'm saying? 2 seconds or something like that. Maybe a young player. But the Nets is going to definitely be active. The trade deadline is coming, and I'm guaranteeing it. The Nets is going to make at least one trade. Mark my words, y'all. That's the whole reason why I want to put this out, because I want to see what I can get right. You know what I mean? This is my first time really doing predictions when it comes to the NBA trade deadline. But I'm going to see how much I get right. Like, I'm thinking the Nets is going to make a trade, and I've put them out there already. So, yeah, that kind of concludes the video. The All-Star game's coming up in Indy, actually. I'm from Indy. I'll actually be attending the game. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll, set you guys up with a little vlog or something to see just, what's it like with, the NBA All-Star game in your city. But, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Like, subscribe. And you got any comments or something? I'd love to, go over some ideas you think. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later.